All right, man. Let's talk about Jaron Ennis. Um, Look like he declined the Teofimo Lopez fight, man. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. And now Eddie Hearn wants to do Richardson Hitchins versus T.O. I don't know. I might do a separate video on that, but yeah, that's where we at with it. So it says Ennis, Ortiz Jr. My bad, that's the wrong article. Give me a minute. Yeah, I don't give a fuck what that nigga gotta say. I'm gonna talk about him later. I'm gonna talk about him in another video. Most definitely, don't worry about it. I'm gonna talk about dog in another video. Trying to find the article. Hold on. I should have had it queued up. Here we go. I went right past it. What was the first thing? Here we go. Throughout the boxing's playlist. Teofimo next move, realistic fight with Hitchins emerged after Ennis decline. That's a huge drop off. And they probably gonna try to make that shit pay-per-view, which boxing getting pretty fucking sad. You know what I'm saying? So Eddie Hearn has now cleared the path to make unification bout between 140-pound champion Richard Hitchins and WO champion Teofimo. Jaron Ennis has decided he doesn't wish to face T.O. in the title defense of his IBF belt. He said he'd rather focus on a unification bout. So, like I said before, let's keep it funky. None of them unification bouts that you know he is aspiring to get in. Like, dog, don't nobody want to see that shit, to be honest. The only one people probably want to see is Brian Norman Jr. Like, Brian Norman Jr. None of them fights prove nothing. Let me say that again. None of them fights prove nothing. None of them fights prove nothing. Like, what do it tell us him beating up on Barrios? What does it tell us him beating on Stay On It? I mean, I seen Stay On It, in my opinion, lose to a 70-year-old Thomas Delorme. You beat up Brian Norman, that's a prospect with a belt in a lot of people's opinion, and that's my opinion too. He's a prospect with a belt. Every time I watch that kid fight, other than this last fight, I wasn't impressed. Let me just say that. That's no disrespect. It's an honest opinion. I wasn't impressed with him. The sparring stories are not living up to the hype of it's not living up to the hype of it's not living up to the hype of it's not living up to the hype. How about that? Of his sparring. So I think T.O., was a good fight for him. Now, what if he don't like who unification he getting is my thing. Unless he gonna wait till everybody heal up, because Barrios, it look like he fighting, trying to get Conor Ben and Pacquiao, not trying. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. So that's my thing. Like, honestly, like, okay, what is the aim? What is the aim now for Ennis? If he don't get this unification, so we're gonna wait around for unification bout, passed up a Virgil fight, fast up a T.O. fight. So you're gonna wait around for what? You couldn't make a unification with a lot of these dudes before. Let's not forget this. You couldn't make a unification with a lot of these dudes before. So what's going to change right now? You must ask yourself, as a fan, what's going to change right now with him making the unification? Bruh, he gonna let Eddie Hearn fuck him, man. I'm telling you that right now. He gonna end up, I already know how this gonna go. He said he wants Teofimo Lopez. Is a pretty big fight in New York City. It's not. T.O. and Hitchins are both New Yorkers. One of them is, one of them ain't. Both champions at 47 minutes on YouTube. I think T.O. Hitchins is more realistic fight than Jaron Ennis versus T.O. I don't think that's a big fight, to be honest. I think that's a fight the top rank can financially put on. I agree. T.O. is obviously the A side in that fight. He will get the bulk of the money and will get the A side billing, even though Hitchins is a title holder. He's not that expensive. Yep, I agree with that. You can do the fight with T.O. and Hitchins, put it on ESPN. I agree with that. If they don't want to put it on ESPN, Eddie Hearn can put it on his own. That fight makes a lot more sense. It made a lot more sense on ESPN. Interesting clash of styles, just like Paro, Hitchins. T.O. is more come forward guy. Hitchins is more classic boxer. That I agree with that synopsis. It's more realistic fight. I think it's a nightmare for Teofimo Lopez. Because Hitchins is just going to do what Jermaine Ortiz did. So do they really want to put that on ESPN? Because T.O. can't sit there and, is he going to be able to compete if he can't catch Richardson Hitchison, or they going to rob Richardson Hitchison? I don't really think Eddie Hearn care if Richardson Hitchison get robbed or not. He don't care about that black ass nigga. I'm going to tell you that shit right now. Eddie was trying to do that shit in Australia. I mean, son, But yeah, that ain't no big fight. I don't think niggas in New York care about that shit on mamas. They don't care about that shit, bro. They ain't caring about that. They ain't caring about that. Yeah. Tell me if I'm lying. They ain't caring about that. They had to pay niggas to buy tickets to that fight, get niggas vouchers and shit. Anybody watching that shit? Yeah, you going to the Hitchison fight tonight, son? Hell to the motherfucking no, son. I gotta Remy my rat shit uptown ready to get down, son. I'm trying to be like Papoose, son. Get on Love and Hip Hop Kit. You know what I'm saying? Find me a Clarissa Shields out here in these streets, son. Dead ass B. But well, yeah, everybody checking for that. But I'm not really focusing on this right now. But man, like I said before, man, I think, man, Boots don't get a unification bout that. And like I said, to me, the unification bout, who really gives a fuck? Like, none of them are appealing, bro. Like, I can go without him seeing him fighting any of them. Real talk, I can go without seeing him fight any of them. Don't care about Steonis, never rated him high, right? Barrios, come on. We just seen him struggle versus we just started seeing him struggle versus a fucking vagabond. Come on. So Boots is putting even more pressure on himself. So they must already have something in writing. It ain't Barrios. So it either got to be Norman. He gonna wait around for Norman, but what if Norman hurt his hand again? Or they gonna wait for Steonis? You see something like that. So, like I said before, I think Boots gonna end up looking bad. I think he gonna end up looking bad, even worse. That's my opinion. I think he gonna come out this bitch looking bad. Real talk. Real talk. Didn't want to do the TL fight. Come on. And I don't see him getting another champion. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. But yeah, I try to do some damage control for Wolves from Philly. They're gonna try to do some damage control. You know it. But him not fighting T.O. Yeah. So he gonna wait until April to come back in unification. It ain't no guarantee. When is Steonis coming back? It gotta be either, if it's with PBC, it gotta be the Spence Fondor card. We don't know about that. It gotta either be the Benavidez and Morel card or March 1st. He ain't gonna be ready by April. Steonis fight once every blue moon, every 2 years. So that's my thing. Yeah, that's my thing. Like, come on. When is he coming back? Come on. Boo's gonna end up trying to come back later this year versus nobody. If he sit around waiting for unification, you probably won't see him to the last quarter of next year. You probably won't see him to the last quarter of next year, man. But it is what it is. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all unification, increase your chance getting hit your notification, increase your chance getting notifications. Hit the bell icon, increase your chance getting notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel? Cash App, Venmo, CJ Good 313 on the bottom screen. PayPal link description. Hit the link tree. Join the Patreon. Won't be disappointed. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.